Education study program, and this episode is part of our final examination for the extensive listening. So, welcome to with Sister Suci, and thank you have day with me. Okay. So, Voice in Education podcast when explore stories, challenges, and insight from the world of teaching and learning, especially in the field of English as second language. Today, Voice in Education podcast when we explore stories, challenges, and insight from the world of teaching and learning, especially in the field of English as a second language, and we will cover the key areas: international practice in a student exchange programs, support for intermediate level ESL students, and curriculum management and health HOTS based assessment. And I will ask with my sister 611 the title first. Let's talk about teaching experience during the students exchange program. And I want ask with you what method were used in teaching ESL.
Okay, the first thing I really say thank you because you invite me to this podcast. So regarding to the question, what the question?
What methods were used in teaching ESL?
ESL. Okay, I used to have like communicative learning and also project-based learning. So in that class, we can have a communicate without judging, without thinking or something like that. We just deliver our opinion and also we can listen. We can listen the opinion about the student. Jadi kayak kita bisa communicative learning itu adalah kita di dalam kelas tuh nggak ada judgment untuk memberikan opini kita. Seperti itu. Kemudian kalau misalkan project learning adalah how we give to the student the project, especially maybe like the example this project and the lecturer give you assessment to make a podcast. It's a project-based learning. I used to use communicative and project-based learning on my teaching method like that. That's it.
Thank you. And I want ask again.
Yep.
Did the curriculum support your teaching practice?
Okay, I exactly know that curriculum has a many type. Tapi sebagian sekolah itu masih menggunakan kurikulum lama, di mana ada beberapa sekolah yang pada akhirnya didn't support to our method. Jadi mereka tidak support bagaimana metode kita, sehingga agak sulit untuk menerapkannya terhadap sekolah tersebut. Like the example, I have to teach on some school and it didn't going well just because the curriculum didn't support my method. Jadi karena mereka nggak support metode aku, akhirnya tidak berjalan dengan baik. Jadi sebenarnya metode kita yang kita gunakan juga harus berbarengan dengan kurikulumnya. Mungkin kita harus mengadaptasi kurikulum mereka bagaimana menjadi lebih modern sehingga kita bisa menerapkannya dengan baik gitu. Karena kan kalau kita tiba-tiba have to atau decide to make some method tapi ternyata mereka tidak mensupport, ya itu juga agak rancu ya gitu, seperti itu.
Okay, thank you for answer. And the next 6 months academic language support for students. And I want ask again, sorry, what difficulties are most common?
Difficulty on the academic.
Yes.
Maybe on the academic, how ability student to listening the teacher. That's a common difficult. Like the main problem when we teach to the student, it's the listening. Karena anak-anakku sulit untuk mendengarkan. Nah itu yang mungkin menjadi yang paling susah. Karena kan sebenarnya listening juga adalah salah satu cara penangkapan pembelajaran paling efektif ya. Tapi juga di sisi lain itu menjadi hambatan juga kita. Karena itu benar-benar sulit itu untuk bisa berbicara dan didengarkan dengan baik. Maybe that's difficult thing to teach to the student like that.
Okay. And the next, I want to ask again. Sorry, what strategies are used to support them?
Yeah, maybe just because I used to teach the younger student, like elementary school and also junior high school. Basic basically I use the audio visual, like maybe a music or maybe like a video, and I have to search the video are interesting untuk mereka sedang. Jadi biasanya untuk strategi yang aku gunakan adalah bagaimana cara kita mencari seperti lagu-lagu yang mungkin bisa mereka pelajari, and also the interesting video, dimana video yang menarik itu ya kita cari, entah mungkin how the video make the visual, the color, and also maybe the tone of the voice, kayak gitu, mungkin itu bisa membantu gitu. Jadi strateginya mungkin adalah hal tersebut, like that. Nah,
Thank you, answer. So the last segment 3, curriculum and its OTS assessment. Okay, finally let's discuss the implementation or higher other thinking skills. So in the ESL curriculum, and I want us again with your sister, how is HOTS integrate into assessment?
maybe how do I apply the HOTS on my assessment to the student? It's also like maybe I have to analyze how they deliver their opinion with the presentation atau lain sebagainya. Jadi yang aku biasanya terapkan untuk menilai sesuatu terhadap HOTS ini, atau mungkin kalau di bahasa Indonesia itu pemikiran kritis lah ya, bagi siswa-siswa itu adalah cara mereka menyampaikan sesuatu. Like maybe I have some project and they have to presentation to the front of class, and I also have assessment. Aku analyze mereka, bagaimana cara mereka berpikir kritis gitu. Nah itu lewat itu biasanya, lewat cara mereka menyampaikan presentasinya mereka gitu, dan bagaimana mereka biasanya menjawab esai. That's maybe like the right way or maybe the easy way to know gimana mereka tuh apakah mereka memahami ini, apakah mereka kritis, itu yang melalui esai. Karena kalau misalkan pilihan ganda itu kita nggak bisa lihat kan si anaknya itu apakah memang punya critical thinking or not, but on the esai gitu itu kita bisa lihat gitu sih.
Okay, and the last I want ask again, what are the main challenges in applying it?
Main challenge maybe on the HOTS, how I get the assessment, it takes too long karena itu membutuhkan waktu yang lama untuk bagaimana kita menganalisa itu kan membutuhkan waktu yang lama ya. Jadi kayak mungkin the difficult thing atau the challenging of this kind of assessment, it takes too long, and I have to think. Jadi aku pun sebagai guru harus berpikir juga, is it the analysis apakah sudah akurat apa belum gitu. Biasanya itu sih yang menjadi challenge untuk menilai HOTS atau kemampuan berpikir kritis siswa, seperti itu. That's enough, I think.
Yes, enough. Thank you so much, sweet Sister Suci. And sorry, udah mengganggu waktunya.
It's okay, it's fine.
Okay, thank you guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.